Good morning and welcome to day 11 of the 21-day mission manifest. We are now over the halfway point of this adventure, and I'm just so grateful that you guys are hanging in there. You're still with me. Are you still with me? I know that this week we're getting into the senses, the five senses, and yesterday we covered a really interesting one, which was taste. Both literal and figurative, but more so figurative in that, our taste, our likes, our dislikes, the things that we have in our life and why, and are they serving us or not serving us? A good chance to pause and consider that and contemplate that. But today is actually far more literal than figurative, and that is smell. Smell, and how, again, does smell have anything to do with manifesting our visions? But smell is extremely powerful, and I know that those of you that ever got into we all have our stories that we could tell about a certain smell that takes us back to a particular place in time that you'll never forget, good or bad. It really has that power. It's like a particular smell can be as powerful as like a really great song that you pin to your to your reverie, as like, oh my God, I'll never forget where I was when I heard this song for the first time, or I was going through a thing and I heard this song. Smell is a lot like that. So as we start to inch our way closer to more of a, this isn't a spoiler alert, but ultimately the 21-day mission manifest is hopefully causing you guys to cultivate time for self, time for taking steps and strides towards implementing the things that you want to manifest, that you want to have in your life. It goes way beyond New Year's resolution caliber determination. This is I say practice because that's really what it is. People call it a yoga practice, a meditation practice, because you gotta have to practice. You have to find that inner discipline to get after it, and there's just some things that will invariably help in that effort. And one of them is kind of an easy one, but it's a really powerful, can be a really powerful one, and that is smell. So today I've got a little collection of some things here. I know a lot of you probably have a scented candle or two that you like. It's kind of your go-to, in the living room or in the bedroom, or maybe something that wakes the room up energy-wise, or chills it out, sets the tone, sets the mood. Maybe some of you are into incense, I'm not sure. Maybe you guys have little outlet diffusers, which are pretty powerful. I'm not a big fan of the Glade plugins, but every now and then I'll catch a whiff of one and be like, oh, that's doing the trick. Maybe you have pets, dogs, and you've learned a workaround or two. But yeah, a diffuser is basically something like this, where you fill it with a little bit of water and a little bit of an essential oil. I've got a few here that are pretty standouts. You got the lavender, which kind of chills things out and mellow. Lavender soothes and reduces stress. Any sort of fresh citrus is going to sort of wake things up and energize a room. Frankincense, made famous by the three wise men. One of the three wise men. Frankincense is wonderful for trying to maybe establish a deeper internal spiritual practice during your meditation or yoga. These are pretty cool. Came across these over the holidays. These are these really cool, like roll-on essential mixes that are signature to each of the chakras. And we bought the first three to kind of get started with it and see what kind of use we'll make of it. But I've been using them, and they're really cool. They're really subtle. They're not overpowering. So if you put them on, you're not going to walk into a room and bum people out with your weirdo smell. But this one here is the Nag Champa. I don't know if any of you are familiar with this, if you've seen this box before. I'm going to be willing to bet you've smelled Nag Champa. If you've ever been to one of my shows, certainly back in the day, I was burning a lot of it on stage and in the green room, and I usually travel with a box of it because if I can take some Nag Champa, light some Nag Champa in a green room, it kind of just makes it home for me. I first came into Nag Champa incense back when I first moved to California. It was kind of everywhere, and I bought a box, and I was never really into incense incense so much before. It was always like a stony, weirdo head shop thing. But the Nag Champa had its really unique, standout scent that just really invigorated me and made me like, wow, okay, this inspires me on some weird, strange level, and it always has, and I hope it always does. It again, if I burn it, it gets me out of any kind of slump or any kind of like, you know. Not so hot period of my life that I might be going through. I smell it and I'm like, yes, no, I'm reminded of that time that I had the courage to up and move to California and start my career. Again, smell can be extremely powerful. And you know, I wish there was a figurative side to smell, I guess. You know, maybe, you know, you get into discerning things and maybe see if something passes the smell test, I guess. But really today, it really is about the senses. It's about finding a scent or a combination of scents and trying to make it a part of your intentional day. You know, the steps that you take, maybe when you're journaling, maybe when you're meditating, maybe when you're getting ready for bed or when you're cooking, whatever it is. You have to, like, even just a few seconds, take some time to put some essential oil in the diffuser, plug it in, turn it on, put some, you know, water in there. It's all part of the transformation that we're all making here in our consciousness to be more intentional with the purpose of trying to accomplish and achieve more of what we want to manifest in the new year and beyond. So welcome to the second half of the 21-day Mission Manifest. I'd love you guys. See what you think about this scent thing, this smell thing, and journal some thoughts about it if nothing else. And that's your homework. Dig in, leave comments, questions about any particular scents or things. But I love you guys, and I'm so proud. I'll catch you tomorrow.